That's what you learn. That's what I learned 5 months ago. If you want to connect spiritually, you move to the desert.
Do you live in the
I live in the desert as frequently as I can.
Oh.
I live there as much as they will allow me.
You live in a dog park. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the most uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in,
Strap on.
and enjoy the ride. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. Moot, I had the weirdest experience yesterday.
What happened?
I was walking outside the Scientology building in Hollywood. You know that big one?
Oh, I know it.
And, they have a bunch of Scientologists there trying to recruit people.
Yeah.
And then I saw there was a guy trying to box out other Scientologists. This guy wasn't even part of Scientology. He was trying to recruit the runoffs
Oh, wow.
to join his religion. And so I was interested. And I said, I'd love to talk to you about your religion and what you're all about. And so...
Wait, you brought one of those crackpots?
Crackpots?
On our show?
Yeah, I would...
That's who you come up with?
Yeah, well, I thought we would welcome a man of great mystery and possibly zero credentials. Please, he's a teacher, a seeker, a founder of a movement that he insists is not a cult. Please welcome Sky Petal.
Hey.
Hi.
Wow, your aura is stunning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, both of you.
Wow.
Thank you. Beautiful hand,
Oh,
henna.
Thank you so much. Yes, I had my personal assistant do it for me.
Very nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's really authentic looking.
It
Wow,
is.
you have a personal assistant.
Yeah.
I do. You need to have a personal assistant these days.
Yeah, apparently.
For your henna.
Wow.
You don't have any henna.
I do not.
I don't.
I wish I brought henna. for
Yeah.
you.
Is your personal assistant here?
My personal assistant is not here.
Oh, okay.
My personal assistant for now is right here.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You are your own personal assistant.
Right now.
What did you think when he came up to you out of the clear blue and said, would you like to come on a podcast called Sex Talk with my mom?
Well, first of all, I was startled because usually people are moving in the opposite direction of me when I'm out there on the curb. But, I was thrilled, of course, to maybe find a new friend.
Oh.
I felt a connection with you.
You did. You felt a connection.
Yeah. You were marching your own beat. I was like, I kind of march my own beat sometimes, and maybe we'll march together.
Yeah, we could march together. We can play drums in the march, and we can trumpet around.
So what is this religion that
what
you've
is
been
it all
trying to
about?
recruit people for?
Well, it's just like a religion that finally admits that all the religions are right.
So it's all the religions
It's
together?
like the Baha'i temple thing?
Right. Like for centuries, we've been thinking, oh, there's this religion, it's that religion. And the truth is that they're all right. And we can just go for the one that is them all.
How did you come up to this experience? I mean, how did you come up with this religion?
Well, I was just thinking about religion as an idea. I was doodling a little bit. And I realized that when I was thinking about religion, I was just like, well, they all believe in religion. So what if they were all the same?
Do you have a name for this?
For my religion?
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about that. What would the religion be that encompasses all the religions?
You don't have a name for your religion?
I feel like you guys aren't very religious.
Not so much.
Not so much, but we have an identity.
What do you
religious
identify as?
A Jewish person.
So you identify with the Jewish religion or just as a Jewish person?
I would say both.
Both a Jewish person and identify with the Jewish religion.
Sure.
So do you think that the Jewish religion is right?
Sure.
I agree.
I'm glad.
Yeah, so... Oops.
You would...
Sorry. Is it okay that I bump this?
Yeah, it's okay they bumped it.
If I bumped it again, would that be okay?
I would say don't bump it again. Are you chewing on something?
My mustache hairs.
Is that part of the religion or is it?
It's part of my growing out the beard was part of the religion.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
The
Yeah.
beard looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. I love your mustache.
Thank you.
How long have you grown your mustache for?
Probably a year or so.
A year, and this is just as long as it got after a year?
Well, I've cut it since then. Yeah,
Oh, you've been sacrificing it.
So
sacrificing the
yeah.
hair.
Well, hairs don't want to be cut.
They don't.
That's why you grew your beard.
Right, exactly. Once I realized that they didn't want to be cut, I was like, well, I can't do that anymore.
You're
You
all
cunt?
hairy all over the place.
I'm fully hairy all over the place. I haven't trimmed a hair since I found out. It was only 5 months ago, but since 5 months ago,
Really?
yeah.
5 months.
What do
for
you
that
been a
think?
beard?
crazy 5 months for me.
Was there like some sort of like fireworks that went off in your head when you figured out that this is what you wanted to be the beacon of light?
Fireworks, electricity, blue lightning, heart
Everything.
emoji, everything that you could ever imagine.
Wow, your eyes are like kind of like Charles Manson like.
Well, I
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to associate with him with, that.
no, that's okay. That's
type
okay.
of-
I think that he gets a bad rap in some ways, and I don't remember if he went to prison, but I really don't want that for me.
You definitely.
But
He went to prison.
the thing is that about him is that he was just really present.
I feel your presence.
We want that. We
Is-
crave that.
Is your beard real?
Wait,
This is
why are
entirely
you
real.
obsessed with the beard?
Can I touch it?
Yes, absolutely. They don't like to be cut, but they love
like
to be touched. Would you like me to come to you?
I just
or-
don't remember seeing you with such a long beard last time.
No, I mean, if you saw me, it was.
It
Wait.
was.
What do you mean last time? How many times have you
Well, I
seen
saw him
him?
on the curb. I don't remember the beard.
But I did feel like when we saw each other that we had our souls had touched before.
Wait, how did you
Yeah.
not notice he had a beard? It's like a full
I don't know. I want to
beard.
come around and just touch it.
You think this is
sure, come
fake?
around. So you can swivel these.
Yeah. Why are you fucking?
Well, I don't know. You swiveled yours.
Yeah, it's real.
Do you wanna caress it? You kind of tugged on it, kind of violently.
So sorry.
That's
sorry.
okay.
Oh, I saw. It's bristly.
It's soft. You almost said it was soft, and then you said it was bristly.
bristly.
You thought that's soft. That's not soft. That's bristly. That's so funny because I identify as having a soft beard.
You do have a soft beard, but I think all beards are bristly.
I'm a little disappointed that you didn't find my beard soft and that you found it bristly.
I thought it was. It was my first take was that it was soft, and then
It's okay. I'm just trying to be vulnerable. I'm just trying to be vulnerable and tell you that hurt my feelings.
sorry,
Oh,
No, it's okay. It's okay.
sorry.
These things happen. These things happen.
I like your henna.
Thank you. Thank you. But that was, my assistant did that, and
Right.
I'm glad that you like it. But
But you said your assistant is in here.
that's right.
Did you have a divine awakening at some point?
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes, I absolutely. 5 months ago, I had a divine awakening. I would say
That's when you started building the beard.
Yeah, I was just kind of walking around in the desert, thinking about
Desert?
in the desert.
Which desert?
I don't know.
Hmm.
The desert that's out. It's only a couple blocks away from where I live. It's not a very large desert, but it's a
like a-
patch of.
It's a patch of
It's like a
desert.
dog,
Patch of
like a
desert,
dog
yeah.
park or something?
It's a patch of desert.
never
There
heard
were a lot of dogs there, but I think it was a desert climate.
Desert climate. Yeah.
I think it was a desert
dry.
climate. It was very dry. That's what made me think it was a desert.
And that made you think you'd want to grow a beard?
Well, I was out in the desert,
You
and
live in Los Angeles, though?
I live in Los Angeles.
So
yeah.
there's a desert in Los Angeles?
He
I
said
think
it's
you
a
were in
very small desert.
I think he was in a dog park.
Were
I
there
was in a
dogs there?
desert that
Were there
where
dogs there?
There were many dogs there. Yeah.
It's a good likelihood he was in a dog park and didn't realize it because it is sandy there.
Do you have a dog?
No, I don't have a dog. No. I don't think dogs want to be dogged.
Dogged?
I don't think that we should dog them.
dog.
Well, a dog doesn't think they're a dog.
Is that part of your religious belief?
I kind of just realized it now,
I
so I'm going to
actually-
incorporate it into.
I
my
actually
religious
agree
belief
with
moving
this.
Forward.
You don't agree about man's best friend and all that?
No, I agree that they're like prisoners being dogged.
But if we let them loose, what would happen to them?
Well, how would you feel if I called you a dog?
I would say, which type of dog?
What?
If he said it's, like a really pretty, sheltie-like dog, then I'd be okay with that.
So okay. So you're okay if
Sheltie.
I called you like a poodle,
Yeah, something like
but
that.
not a dog.
Or a golden retriever.
Wouldn't you prefer that I call you by your name?
Oh my god.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Okay, all right. There's a bit of a.
I had a little hesitate because I haven't really made my decision on that.
Mm,
If I want to be called Karen or I want to be called Poodle.
mm.
What are you looking at me weird for, Cam?
Why would you want to be called poodle?
It's a little term of endearment.
It can be a
yeah.
term of endearment. A term of endearment.
Endearment.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like having the opportunity to name oneself is one of life's greatest honors that we have that available to us.
Did you name yourself Sky Petal?
I did name it. 5 months ago, I named myself Sky Petal.
What was it prior?
I've already forgotten.
Well, when you were born, they put a name on your birth certificate.
I'm sure they did.
And
You've forgotten? Did something happen 5 months ago?
could you ask somebody what your official name is?
I'm sure that someone out there somewhere knows who my official name is, my official government name, or whatever they want you to believe. But
What? What do you mean? Who is they? That's.
the establishment.
Are you anti-establishment?
I'm pro establishing my own mint. I want to establish it myself. I want to establish. That's what we're doing.
You
That's
see how his tongue keeps coming out when he's talking to us?
Yeah, I wonder what that's all about.
that's interesting that you observed that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like you've known me for years.
It is.
I do. I feel a connection with you, but you haven't been this person prior to 5 months.
I've been. I did have an awakening, but it feels like I've been this way forever.
So you were in the desert.
I was in the desert 5 months ago. That's right.
Does that anything to do with sex?
Would you like it to have something to do with
No,
sex?
I'm just
You never
asking.
Make it sexual, man.
I made it sexual because it's called Sex Talk with My Mom, and I want to know, like,
What, you thought it was nice? It's sweet.
I want to know if this awakening had anything to do with your sexuality.
Do things in the desert turn sexual for you often?
Possibly.
What?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it, but yeah, it's possible that something in the desert could spark something sexual.
Are we talking desert or dog park?
Oh, right. Nothing happens in the dog park. That would not be cool.
But the desert filled with pregnant with opportunity.
Maybe.
I've always wondered what it is to be a woman.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I've wondered what would it be like to receive,
As opposed to
give.
What is this?
give, receive, and I mean,
You
I
use
don't,
one
I don't know.
finger?
One
Give.
finger, give, receive.
It's like a goalpost. You feel like a goalpost sometimes?
I felt like that at
Oh,
felt like
times.
God.
I have definitely felt goalpost.
And is that like a positive in your life or a negative?
Oh, positive.
It's a positive.
Sure.
Oh, that's beautiful.
As long as someone gets it right in the goalpost,
As long as they make the goal.
they got to make the goal.
All right, that's so interesting. Yeah.
So
see,
this is reminding me a little culty.
the goalposts?
No, the conversation.
Really?
Have you been?
Why do you think this is culty?
Because he's like, all religions, all naming dogs, and
That's fine. I think I'm fine with it.
yeah, and then he's talking about goalposts.
Do you have
didn't
do you
make
have
me think
walls
cult.
up with cults?
I do. I do.
You do.
I'm not a culty type of.
You've had bad
Are you a
experiences?
fan of cults?
I wouldn't call them cults. If they're a cult, I'm not a fan. But if
Well, you
they're
just called them cults. You said
well, I was just thinking. just using the language that we've used.
Yeah.
I was just using the words that we have used so far to describe certain groups,
Yeah.
to convey a meaning.
Yeah. Do you run a cult?
I'm more interested in what's going on right here.
See, he evades the question. He throws it right back on. I noticed that you throw the question back onto,
And how does that make you feel?
like I'm in a cult.
It's so interesting.
I'm like, it's so interesting.
Why is that so interesting?
That's just deeply profound to me.
Why
Is
are
teal
you
your
eating-
favorite color?
You're eating your beard so much.
I do have a tendency to chew on it, and I don't know what that's about. I don't know.
Was that there 5 months ago? That tendency to chew on your.
Well, the mustache wasn't there 5 months ago. I was clean shaven. I was a software engineer living in Los Angeles. Clean shaven. And
What happened?
I went to the desert, and the next thing I knew, everything had changed.
What happened?
At the desert?
Were
Yes.
were you doing ayahuasca?
And I really, it surprises people. I frown upon. I
Oh,
frown
really?
upon mind-altering substances.
Hmm.
It's kind of what sets me apart from other groups that people have deemed to be cults.
That you don't do the drugs.
Yeah, I don't do the drugs. If you were a cult leader, you would do the drugs. Is kind of what is my.
Do you
understanding.
have any members of your cult?
Members?
Yeah.
There's a small troop of about 30 of us out in the desert.
What do you call them?
I call them by their names: Sparky Steve, Sharknado Tom, Dirty Sally. They've chosen these names for themselves. I wouldn't call someone Dirty
chose
Sally.
Dirty Sally?
Believe me, I wouldn't tell. I would never have bequeathed that on some. But if you knew Dirty Sally, you would understand. There's a certain resonance. What would your name be?
The way he asked.
I don't know. Maybe Sexy Susie?
What the fuck?
I don't know. I was trying to do alliteration.
Don't be bound by alliteration.
Okay,
Don't be bound by the
Yeah,
constraint.
Sharknado Tom is not an alliteration.
It's true.
that's true.
But if Sexy Susan resonates with you,
I think it resonates. Sexy Susie.
Sexy Susie, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
What about you? Would you have a name?
Cornelius.
That was the name of your turtle when
That's
you were
right.
in
What's
sixth
stopping
grade.
you from just going as Sexy Sexy Susie and Cornelius right now?
See, he's just still trying to push this cult thing on
I
me.
think I'm okay with it.
You want to join this cult?
I don't know the way he's got. First of all, your hands are very smooth.
Yeah, that's something that we've really cultivated out in the desert. Smoothness, softness.
Cultivated.
It's important to stay soft, to be prepared.
As is your beard. Soft and bristly.
Well,
Sorry to bring it up again.
You're-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
I'm
like
sorry.
obsessed with his beard.
Can we ask you some questions?
please.
So, what happens when we die?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Why?
Because it just reminds me, anytime I come back to society, I'm just reminded how different people live. And because out in the desert, we don't even think about death.
Are you talking about the dog park?
In the desert, there is no death. There is only what there is in any given moment. Also, nobody has died.
Well, it's only been 5 months.
It's been
though.
5 months.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got 30 people to join this cult.
Well, most of them
Own dogs?
hang out in the desert before I was there.
You're convinced that he hangs out in a dog park.
Yeah.
Why?
There's a patch of land that looks like a desert in Los Angeles where there are a lot of dogs.
It's a very transient desert. People come and go, but when I say 30, I mean it's 30 or so people who come and go and enter in. And there's no rules to this, you know. There's no.
Well,
no-
what about when you have to open like this chain link fence, make sure that none of the animals run out when you.
There is a chain link fence to maintain the spiritual purity of the desert. Yes, there is.
What happens if one of the dogs starts to hump another dog?
We would be so lucky as to invite a new member into our congregation.
Wait, are the dogs members of your cult as well?
Is that so abnormal? Is that so strange?
Yes.
Is that so absurd?
Wait,
That
is
Dirty
your-
Susie is a dog?
Yes. Yes. Dirty Susie, who selected her name, is a dog?
What's so strange about that?
Wait, first of all, my name was Sexy Susie.
Yeah, you.
It was Dirty something or other.
Dirty Sally.
Dirty Sally.
You don't even remember your cult
I'll
followers?
give myself lashings about that later.
Oh my God.
That's shameful of me.
What's the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is to live the life that you want to live and keep going and don't worry about it.
That's it. That makes sense.
Don't worry about
What
what.
do you think is the meaning of life?
I think that was a good description.
Don't worry about it? Don't worry,
Don't worry
about,
about
what?
it. Don't worry about it.
Don't
Just
worry
don't
What do
worry
you have
about
this
it.
wall up about?
Yeah.
You feel like there's a wall with me?
If you feel like my description of life is pretty accurate, then what's the skepticism? What are you so nervous about? You didn't join me in the desert.
I did. I saw you on the side of the street.
You invited me to your podcast. You didn't come with me to the desert.
I didn't. You said, "Do you want to go to the desert?" And you pointed over the dog park. I said, "I don't want. I don't have a dog. I have no need to go to the dog park."
Oh, so you saw where he had this experience.
I just didn't realize that's his like where he runs everything.
Right there in the corner.
Yes.
In your
Of a
sex
hat.
talk with your mom podcast, do you actually unpack your walls that you have against deserts?
Why is everyone telling me I got fucking walls and barriers?
Yeah, he had another gentleman before you that
It's not. There are many. There have been a few now that have told me I have walls up.
a lot of people think he has walls up.
Has he always been this way?
I'm here.
Yeah. Yes, he has always been this way. He's had walls up.
What?
You've had some walls.
I've done 9 years of talking about sex with you. What the fuck walls do I have up?
You came up to me with such an agenda.
Yeah.
What?
And when you have an agenda, it comes from, where do you find an agenda? You find an agenda posted on a bulletin on a wall.
That's right.
That's where you find an agenda.
And right next to the rules of the dog park.
Possibly, exactly.
Yeah. So the rules
We
are
had a-
made up already.
We had a segment I thought we can get to, since you said that your religion is a combination of other religions.
It's an acceptance of all religions.
It's an acceptance of all religions. So you have awareness of a lot of religions, right?
Absolutely.
So
We
this-
got a good game for you.
We got a game. It's called Which Religion Said It? And we'll give you a few quotes and you can tell us which religion it's from. How does that sound?
That sounds like a waste of time.
What?
Sounds like a total waste of time to wonder what is the religion that said
I think
what
it's
and
important to know the
why.
history of these philosophies.
We're
and
just curious as to what your breadth of knowledge is.
Can you just maybe teach us where
I
these
think it's
came from?
interesting that you feel the need to interrogate me.
I'm not interrogating.
think
I
that's
thought it
interesting?
would be a fun segment for someone who studies religion so much.
Don't you think that it's interesting that you can't even stand sitting in a room with someone with such vast knowledge?
Right. Well, I thought we could just showcase some of your knowledge.
Yeah. We want to showcase your knowledge.
You want to parade me around like a monkey in front of your little cameras?
No,
I think so.
I just thought it would be a fun game.
Let's do it.
Okay. Are you open to this?
I'm open. I'm wide
See,
open.
He's
It
wide
doesn't
open.
sound like you're open, but
No, he's open.
okay. The quote is, "Do not dwell on the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment."
Sorry, I completely lost focus. What?
I kind of did too.
Wait,
I
what?
disassociated
You both
entirely.
I was disassociated.
That was crazy. That was like,
Yeah.
I think I was like experiencing something.
Yeah.
I think you were there with me.
I was right there with you.
Right. We were
Yeah.
experiencing
Yeah.
something on another level.
I didn't catch anything that you said.
Whoa. That was crazy. Can
Well,
we acknowledge that?
Yeah, we got to acknowledge
And I
it.
can just say the quote again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Hello?
What's the question?
The question is it?
Wait, why are you fucking confused by this?
I'm confused. One of them
He's
is
clearly evading this because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to show that he doesn't know shit about religions. But why do you
I
not?
was
Why
trying
can't
to-
you focus on
Whoa.
this?
I thought, is that Destiny's Child?
No, it's not Destiny's Child.
But it was our destiny to be here right
Right.
now.
What?
And maybe
What the
make
fuck?
a child.
Destiny's Child.
Make a child.
Of all the religions.
He wants to make a child. No.
I don't want
What?
to force. I was spiritually riffing off of the phrase "Destiny's Child." A lot of religion is spiritually riffing off of what exists now. What do we feel now? What do we?
That's exactly the quote. So what? Where's that from?
That is from religion. Absolutely, 100% religious.
Yeah, he's
it's,
right.
It's from Buddhism.
Exactly, and that is a religion.
Yeah, I tried to throw him off with Beyonce, but he didn't budge. So that means he knew the answer. That was.
Should we do
Buddha.
another one?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. I feel restricted in this chair, but I'm not afraid.
The glory of God is intelligence.
The glory of God is intelligence. I experienced that one. That one was not. There was nothing about that sent me
Spiraling.
into another dimension,
Good. So
which
then
makes me
where is
think
it?
that was probably Jay-Z or something.
No, that was Mormonism. Doctrine and Covenants 9336.
Oh.
Which rapper is Mormonism?
I don't think he knows about one particular religion. He knows the other ones. He didn't.
mean, we
he
could-
doesn't know Mormon.
We could do this one.
I know Eminem, and I know 50 Cent, and I know Kanye West. I don't know
Oh man.
Oh God.
Mormonism.
What about I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. Let me repeat that. I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop.
I'm sorry. I just completely dissociated.
Again.
There was
I
a
just
fucking layup. Dude.
completely
There was a layup.
blitzed me out of my mind, that one.
I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not.
You were
gonna
there
stop.
with me.
No, this one I got. I'm a survivor.
Exactly.
I give-
Oh, there's a chant. It's a chant.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a religious chant
Yes.
that
This was. I thought you were going to know this.
You know all the religions, so you,
You
probably
just
should.
listed a bunch of different
I'm a survivor.
rappers.
Well, we're all survivors, really. We survived from day one. We survived birth. And I have always wanted to know what it's like to give birth. I've always wanted to know.
It's spectacular.
Why?
Is it as spiritually transcendent as I have heard?
Absolutely. It's like the most transcendent.
Can you teach us something?
Yeah.
Sure.
Can you teach us a yoga pose or a mantra or something that we can get out of this time with you?
I brought some rocks
Oh,
from the desert.
really? Are they like holy rocks?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything in the desert is holy. That's what you learn. That's what I learned 5 months ago. If you want to connect spiritually, you move to the desert.
Do you live in the
I live in the desert as frequently as I can.
Oh,
I live there as much as
You
they
live
will
in a
allow
dog
me.
park.
Well, the authorities seem to make it very difficult for me to transcend spiritually
Can I
all
tell
the time like I'd like. But
Can I tell you something? I think what happened.
yes.
I think 5 months ago, you got attacked by a dog, and that led to this whole issue that you're having.
that's actually probably a good assumption.
Is that what happened?
What is this
Were you
wall?
were you sleeping in this desert at the time?
the rocks.
What is this? It's like you're afraid to see what I'm about to reveal here.
Well, also, am I accurate?
What I have here in my hands
Seems like you're dodging this question.
is the past, the present, and the future. Have you ever experienced all three of those in the same moment?
No.
Hold out your hands. Just Karen. We can only experience this once for one person, and I've chosen Sexy Susie for this.
Thank you.
Sexy Susie.
Yes.
Dirty Sally's a dog.
Poodle. My poodle.
Yes.
My sweet little poodle.
Arf.
Meow.
No.
Close your eyes.
Fuck.
I'm very trusting. I feel cleansed. I don't know what else to describe it. I'm cleansed.
You could describe it as you're holding a.
I'm holding three magic rocks.
And you and tell me which ones are the past, present, and future.
Well, the past is this one. The rocks have spoken to me. The present is this one.
These are rocks that you found in the dog
The
park?
future is looking rather bleak. This is a small rock.
That is exactly correct.
Thank you.
How would you have known that?
I just only knew that because you had this cleansing of my soul.
I feel such openness from you. I feel like you're here, you want to receive, and from, I forget what name you bequeathed yourself. Carnival.
No, Cornelius.
Cornelius.
You can't remember my own name?
There's too many walls between us, Cornelius.
We started so strong.
I just didn't receive it. I think you said Cornelius and it hit right into your wall. And it didn't make it to me.
It was because he had a turtle named Cornelius when he was growing up.
She had the walls earlier, and then suddenly the walls were mine.
That's crazy. I have a turtle bangle.
Oh my God.
That is kind of crazy.
That's
insane.
nuts.
Can we acknowledge that?
That is crazy.
We have to acknowledge that there's something in that.
Can we also acknowledge it's the end of the show?
No.
Yeah, unfortunately.
There's
It went by
no
so
way.
fast.
Yeah.
We've hardly had any spiritual breakthroughs at all. Except for you. You
I
had a
did.
massive one,
I had a
actually.
massive
but
one.
We were just on the cusp, Cornelius. I felt that. I felt that you felt that. You felt the tip of the spiritual experience? Cornelius.
No, you didn't. Well,
I thought,
I feel bad for you.
I think I felt something when I was touching your beard a little bit, like a soft, bristly beard.
We started up here and then we went down and then just at the end there was a little bit of a tip.
I guess I didn't feel that.
Just the tip. But
I didn't feel any tips, but anyway, thanks for coming on.
well, thank you so much. It was an absolute honor, and I hope we have another opportunity to work on those walls.
Do you have anything you want to share with our listeners?
Yes.
I actually feel like this is like not legal or safe for us to offer that to this guy.
Yeah. Well, we should.
Well,
Are you a convert?
What?
Did you convert to this fucking
there's
thing?
something about the experience that I went through that. I mean, is there a name for this group cult thing?
I'm starting to think that we're going to need a name because how will people find us? I thought that they would
They just go to Silver Lake Dog Park and then
I was hoping that I could just poach them from the Scientologists and point them in the right direction, but it's just dawning on me. You're bringing this idea, and I think we were meant to have this experience of naming the religion, and maybe it should be called Sky Poodle.
oh my God.
Combines poodle in the sky,
There's something about that.
sky poodle, and Sky Petal.
Exactly. And maybe Cornelius will join us in Sky Petal one day.
Maybe.
We'll shatter that skepticism.
What's do you have like an Instagram people can follow?
As incredible as it may seem, my Instagram, yes, I have an Instagram.
Wow.
Is this like your real Instagram, or is this Sky Petal's Instagram, or is this your assistant's Instagram?
My assistant has an Instagram.
What's your assistant's Instagram handle?
It's at Hemerling.
Hemerling.
Correct. That's correct. That's amazing that you spelt that perfectly correctly.
It's pretty good, huh?
Hemerling.
Yeah.
Do you know my assistant? A lot of Hemerlings are 2 M Hemerlings, and he's a 1 M Hemerling.
I have no idea.
And you intuited that.
It was kind of just a guess.
I
There's
think it's
something going
rubbing
on.
off onto you.
There's something going on.
I am so glad that you came in today.
Oh, thank you so much. Me too.
Thank you to everyone who watched on YouTube and Spotify, and for all the sneaky freaks who made the show possible.
TikTok.
Oh, can I also pitch another a show that my assistant is in?
Yes.
Sure.
My assistant is in a. Where's the camera? Is it too weird to say it straight to the camera?
Say it straight to the camera.
To the camera.
My assistant is performing in a show called Squirm, a true story, in the Hollywood Fringe during June, and he is hilarious.
Wow.
And it's a wonderful show that Mia Schachter wrote. They did a great job, and that's what my assistant is doing soon.
I think we got to check it out.
I'll be there. Hey, well, thank you very much for coming on.
And thank you to all our Patreon
Petal.
members.
Sky Petal.
Sky Petal.
Thank you to our Patreon members. If you want to join us, join at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. Please rate, review, and share this with a friend. It really helps us out. And Mother?
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and joining a little culty.
A little culty.
A little
It sounds
culty.
nicer when it's culty.
Yes.
I could get behind that.
Hey, thanks. Thanks.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.